wrapping up our Introduction to Sales course. We're on lesson 3, closing the deal, but I'm gonna just review briefly what we talked about in lesson 1 with developing a salesperson. We talked about why choose sales, how sales and the economy are married, how they work together, and we also discussed about the commission and what you have to do to generate a commission and the meaning of that. In lesson 2, we talked about the foundation of sales. We talked about the 4 pillars that makes a great salesperson. One of those that we believe so much is belief. That has to be number 1. The second pillar that we believe that is essential to getting your sales career to the next level is your 30-day reflection. And you have to constantly be objective and constantly reflect on your progress, your strengths and your weaknesses, things that you're good at. The third thing that we discussed was how to use time effectively, the effective use of time. Everybody has 24 hours, but how do you use it? And we discussed how to itemize that. The final thing that we talked about in the foundations of sales is using your connections, your own network base, family, friends, people you know, and how to follow up. So with that, it goes into closing the deal. Now we gotta finish. Now we gotta finish. Now you have to actually get paid of all that work, all that seed time that you invested. But we're gonna talk about the ABCs of closing, a few closing points, and how to deal with some objections. Now, let's go ahead and dive on in. We'll start with the ABCs. And everybody's heard this, always be closing. Anytime is a good time to sell. I'd sell to family and friends first. If you can't sell your product to families and friends, you probably shouldn't sell it. And we discussed that in the earlier lessons. But a salesperson, you have to be honest, you have to be clear, be direct, and deliver a service of value. Be able to help somebody. Don't be caught up with greed, and that's when all the conniving stuff gets in. Be pure. A salesman is a noble person that solves problems and adds value. The next we're going to talk about is who's your buyer and how are you going to close. So you got to prepare yourself mentally for the amount of money that you're going to need to live, to survive, and how much you want to save and plan for the future. So you have to prepare yourself mentally. Like when I played ball, before the game, I know my assignments, who I was going to cover, what I do in cover 3, what I do in man coverage, but I prepare myself mentally. How to play the deep ball, what route. You have to do the same thing here. You have to prepare yourself on what you need to do. And in order to get that money amount, you're going to have to put your steps, your process into place to how you're going to get the money. So you have to prepare yourself mentally. Now you do that, you generate your leads, you follow up with your lead. And it's good to talk to somebody, but you have to follow up to see, all right, now I'm checking on you. Do you need my service? Can I be of service to you? Can I help you? Can this product help you? Then you go into different strategies. You got print ad, radio ad, social, internet, website, Facebook pages. There's a whole telephone. Don't even forget the telephone. Telephone, you make a whole bunch of money off the telephone. And these are things that you have. Some of them you don't even have to buy. You have a computer, you have a phone, and use those for your follow-ups. Next, write the deal up. It doesn't happen if it's not written down. You have to write up, put in clear what you're going to offer, what you're going to provide, and send it to them, and how much it's going to cost. And that takes you into our final step with the closing points is you always have to train. And that develops your professionalism, and it helps you to grow, and it helps you to develop. You got to train. And when you work out, you don't get stronger, you don't lose weight if you work out once every 3 months. You have to do it on a consistent basis, and you have to develop your sales training the same way, so you can grow and develop. Now let's talk about handling these objections. One thing you got to realize, people always want to feel like they got a deal. People always want to spend as less money as possible. And that's for things that they don't really need. But if it's something that they need and it's a dire situation, they're going to pay the money. when I broke down in Florida, I paid $800 to get a fuel pump put in because I did not want to be stuck there with my family. So if there's something that you have to have, if your child's sick, you're going to pay whatever the cost is because that's important to you and you got to have it. That's the type of urgency that you have to have with yourself. That's the type of value that you have to create with the product that you're delivering. So again, have your cost up front. Don't have any secrets. We're not playing any games. You talk to the decision maker, the person who's going to approve the deal or sign the letter. Then you make sure that your product is useful. The next thing, and I think this is one of the most important things, when you go on to close a deal, and there's several ways to close deals, and people wrote books and different, from Brian Tracy to Zig Ziglar, Grant Cardone, everybody talks about how to close a deal. My experience is, don't psych yourself out. Don't be afraid to be successful. All right. If you go up there timid, unsure of yourself, and this goes back to what we talked about before, the very most important thing a salesperson has to have is you have to have belief in yourself and the product. But do not be afraid of the success. You earn it, you deserve it, but you got to be confident and you got to believe, and that will overcome in the way your mannerisms when you're in the negotiations, the closing this deal up. So you can agree, yes, I understand this, but I need you to close. Let's make this happen. Let's get this done. Can my product help you? Can it help you enough that you're going to pay the amount that we agreed upon? And if not, it's okay. That there's a whole bunch of people out here that you can deliver your service to. So that's what we have here. We talked about closing the deal. You're going to have a quiz at the end. Once you finish the quiz, you'll earn a certificate for the entire course. And once you have that, we'll move on to our next course, which is the mechanics of the sales transaction. We're charlestonprepschool.com. We're looking forward to servicing you and helping you become a premier person with the support that you need to help you be successful in this sales market. Again, thank you, and remember, you're more than hungry.